What is up, Space Chickens? It's your friend, the AlienPhotog, with the AlienPhotog Radio Show. If anybody's new to this is a show about aliens and UFOs and all that good stuff. 2 hours straight, no commercials. I think you're going to like it. But welcome, everybody. I am thrilled to be here and to have this opportunity to be doing this radio show. I want to welcome the Space Chickens, who of course are my YouTube listeners. Thank you so much to all the people listening on the internet right now that told me they'd be listening from around the world. I'm very excited to have you guys here. It's unbelievable to have an opportunity to talk about aliens, which is a weird thing that I do. But to have people listening all the way around the world, that's incredible. So I greatly appreciate you guys taking your time to do that. And another group I want to give a shout out to is the newspaper carriers of Upstate New York. Welcome, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the show. It'll be on from 4 to 6 a.m. your time every Wednesday on FM 93.4 here in Upstate New York. But you guys have a thankless job, and it's like this invisible army of people that delivers the newspaper to people's doors every night, and nobody even realizes they exist. So I very much appreciate you guys listening to the show. If you've just got done listening to the paranormal show, I think you'll like this one quite a bit. But to make a long story short and let everybody know what they're listening to, I am what most people refer to as a quote-unquote alien abductee, which is really a lousy way to put it. It's such a victim-y type way to look at all this. In reality, it's a blessing, at least in my book. The experiences I've had have been with wonderful beings that have helped me out. They've changed my life entirely, which I'm going to go into some here a little bit. I'm just going to cover my story and let you guys know, what's been happening to me and what I've found doing what I do, which is actually just posting videos about this on YouTube, which seems ridiculous. But much to my surprise, I've received 250,000 almost YouTube views to this point. 250,000 views of people listening to me yammer on about aliens and watching the UFO videos I took and stuff like that, which is still shocking to my wife. The poor thing, I yapped to her about aliens for almost a year nonstop, and she's very grateful for my audience too, so she doesn't have to hear anything more about it. It's funny, the alien thing, some people were really into it, and some people are just not interested, which is always amazing to me. It's like extraterrestrial life. Most people don't even believe this exists. How can you not be interested in that, guys? Anyway, that's what I do, and that's how I've become relatively well known for doing this, is doing my videos on YouTube. I sit and I talk about my experiences as an abductee, the things I know, the things I'm experiencing. I've gone through an amazing process in the last year or two that I'll go into some detail on and tell you guys all about it here in the first show, just so you guys can get a base knowledge of who I am if you're a new listener. But apparently, it's something people find of interest, which I think is cool. I'm glad to be able to help. And because of this, I've gotten emails from all over the world. I get between 10 and 50 of them every single day. I get more of them after I put out new videos. And I imagine the radio show is going to add to that, which is awesome for me because I actually was just fortunate enough to find some cheap software. It's crazy. I talk into the microphone and it types what I say. I don't know if anybody listening has that software. I'm sure plenty of you do, but it's the weirdest freaking thing. But I can reply to everybody now. I can, I could type super fast. I probably type 100 words a minute because that's all I do all day is type to people about aliens. But this thing goes super fast, so I can get back to everybody now, and I think that's awesome. And so always feel free to email me. My email address is alienphotog@gmail.com. So I always welcome people to write me. At this point, I'm a full-time volunteer alien psychologist is how it ends up. I get emails, like I said, from all over the world every day. And I'm able to help people kind of tie up their loose ends with this subject. I think it's a good cause because I had a couple people do that for me. And it sure helped me tremendously in what's a very, very difficult thing to go through. And something I always like to point out to everybody is if you're in this group, you are far from alone. There are a lot of us. You guys wouldn't believe it. And a lot of us are having this all happen at the same time right about now, which all relates to 2012 stuff, which will not be the end of the world, but it's certainly a significant period of change. So feel free to contact me if you're interested in that, or if you're just interested in hearing about this stuff. This show's going to be here every week, Party 93.4. You guys can listen on the web, www.party934.com, between 4 and 6 in the morning every Wednesday. And of course, I'm tremendously grateful to the guys there that I've talked to and have given me this opportunity. So thank you very much, and I hope it progresses. We'll have to wait and see. So I've been doing that on YouTube, and if you want to check out my YouTube videos, I highly suggest you do it. There are some amazing things. I was just sort of followed by UFOs for about a couple months there. I've actually stopped taking videos of them for a little while. It was just getting to be a bit much because I drove around while I did it and took up a lot of time for my family in the evenings. I've got tons of videos on there of things that are just unexplainable. So if you want to look at my YouTube channel, it's youtube.com, of course, /AlienPhotog. Same thing everywhere. AlienPhotog. You can follow me on Twitter under the same name, AlienPhotog. And another place to go if you want to contact me, and also a great group of people that I've been fortunate enough to have met, is a website that I just recently set up. It's www.ufozone.ning, that's spelled NING.com. And if you can't remember all those web addresses, well, just shoot me an email and I'll send them all to you. If you're listening on radio. But if you're listening online right now, go to that UFO Zone website here, and there's a little chat box, and I expect there will be some people there listening. You guys can chat about the show live. One other platform I've been fortunate enough to have, and I wanted to send a thanks to the guy who runs it, his name is Lon, is his blog, phantomsandmonsters.com. He's recently started featuring my stories there, and I really appreciate what he's doing. I saw the poor guy even had to put a little blurb the other day about how he's not a shill for me, so leave Lon alone, guys. We've exchanged like 6 emails that are friendly in nature, but really very short, and he's just open enough to be kind enough to let me talk about this on his blog, basically, along with a lot of other things from other people, so it just kind of makes me laugh. I don't know what people think. Like, do I fly in a Learjet to go meet Vaughn in his cave, and we exchange suitcases full of money in order for him to put my alien stories on his monster blog? It's absolutely absurd, but we get some of that. So thanks for putting up with that, Lon. I appreciate you helping me reach people, and I've gotten a bunch of people who emailed me from your website that I've been able to help out. So hopefully it's been worth it. All right, so coming up on the AlienPhotog radio show tonight is going to be Alison Kruse, who's a fascinating individual and another YouTuber who has a little cult following. Actually, a pretty good-sized cult following at this point from what I just saw. She is like me to where all of a sudden we just started seeing UFOs everywhere. And she started taking videos of them and putting them on YouTube, and actually spent a tremendous amount of money getting some great equipment, and has some absolutely incredible videos of UFOs shooting lasers. And she even told me about one today that I hadn't seen yet. I felt kind of bad, but apparently someone from a town nearby, a constable or something, came on over, and he wanted to go check it out, and went into the woods where she sees all these things come out of, and had some experiences there. And so we'll talk to her about all of that stuff. So that's coming up here. I play a little bit of music here and there. And something that I'm going to try to get through to everybody is that music's roots are extraterrestrial. Many of them. Not all of them, but many of them are.